Welcome to Purpose Minded Professional.
I marvel when I see in movies Japanese martial artists splitting wood and breaking solid cement blocks with their bare hands. If you're like me, you wonder if those hands are still flesh and blood or hard plastic. But in reality, karate fighters crush objects. But this skill does not happen overnight. It takes determination, willpower, and several years of dedicated training to make that kind of impact on objects. Today, I want to discuss a second growth pillar: impact. This is critical because as humans, we are better versions of ourselves when we better others. A quick recap. Last week we taught on the principle of exposure and intentional mastery, how exposing yourself to knowledge materials and keeping associations that resemble your goals and aspirations can lead to success. Today, I want to take it a step further to discuss the concept of impact as a crucial civic and divine responsibility for every person and professional. Like the Japanese karate fighter, impact is directly creating a lasting effect on something or someone. We were all born to make an impact in life. But here is the number one misconception about making impact. It is the idea that impact must be big and outstanding. The idea that impact must be something that will make people say, wow. This is why you hear people say things like, I wish I had something to offer. Hear me. There is always something you can offer. Recently, someone said, I wish I was rich. I will help children with cancer. I will give scholarships to support children from poor families. Hear me again. You can if you want to. The truth is, impact is really a question of mindset than ability. It is this misconception of seeing impact as doing only big things that stops people from making a positive impact in life. Let me free you from this myth today. Just simply do something. Impact is simply doing something, however small. You can give any amount of money towards saving the lives of children living with cancer at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. There is no minimum donation amount from what I see online. Deciding to give a $5 weekly or monthly donation towards a child's health or education is good impact. But you can certainly do more if you have the means to do so. But very importantly, impact is more about the heart than resources. You don't have to be rich to make an impact. So quit procrastinating about making an impact. Start doing something to make an impact. If you need to start a podcast, go ahead and start it. If you need to start up a new business, go ahead and start it up by starting small and stop the procrastination. You see, procrastination is like a cancerous cell that spreads deep if left to fester, immobilizing the potential to make an impact until time passes. Regret is the future of procrastination. You see, there is always something you can do to change a life. In the Bible, Peter had no money, yet he made an impact in the life of a lame man, a beggar who asked for alms at the temple gate. The account is in Acts 3 verse 6. Peter said, "Silver and gold I do not have, but what I have I give to you. In the name of Jesus, rise up and walk." Peter gave something. He brought healing by the authority in the name of Jesus and made an impact in the beggar's life. Listen carefully. This year is a year of thinking outside the box. It is a year of seeing the bigger picture of your life, which is making an impact. A time to start thinking up solutions to everyday problems around you. A second misconception about impact is the thinking that businesses make money and not impact, and NGOs and international non-governmental organizations make the impact. Wrong. Businesses and entrepreneurs make impact as good as NGOs. Imagine the economic setbacks if there were no online banking apps in today's highly competitive and fast-paced commercial world. Imagine how many would be unable to wash their dirty laundry if there were no laundromats around the corner. Imagine a world without cell phones today. So I say to business owners today, business owners, keep doing what you're doing. Yes, you make profit, but you also make impact in lives. Impact must not always be big. Great things, they say, start from small beginnings. The key is conceiving an idea to solve a problem. The multi-billion-dollar cell phone industry today started small as an invention of Martin Cooper, a Motorola engineer, in April of 1973. Mr. Cooper was determined to solve the problem of being trapped in our homes and offices when making a phone call. He decided to invent a device that will give us the freedom of making calls anywhere. Again, I say this year and the years beyond, think solutions to human problems, pressing community problems and global problems. Decide to make an impact in somebody's life within your community and outside your immediate community. There are currently 8.25 billion people in the world. From that huge number, I want to tell you, you are called to make an impact in your own way. You know, I admire the Christmas tree all the time, and one thing that stands out to me is the beauty of the Christmas light. You know, the beauty of the Christmas light is in the individual brightness of each bulb, and then their collective brightness. Each bulb individually making an impact by shining its own light on the tree. Hear me. You have something that shines. You have some place and someone to brighten up with the gifts, the talents, the ideas you have. Matthew 5:16. It says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good work and glorify your Father who is in heaven." Again, I repeat, this year is a year of making impact by shining your light. You cannot be a dead bulb in your space, your field, your industry, your neighborhood, your family. Rise up this year. Stop shortchanging yourself by allowing fear of failure, what people say, or a history of failure bury you. Refuse to be buried. In verse 15 of Matthew 5, Jesus said, "No one lights a candle and hides it under a basket." So I repeat to you today, do not bury your abilities. God placed abilities in you. And even more importantly, we have His Spirit and life as His children. Therefore, we must shine the light. We are called to a life of influence. Go out there and bless somebody, minister God's love to somebody, help somebody, change someone's situation. You see, influence is the power to indirectly change something or someone, while impact is direct intervention or the result of influence. Become a leader without necessarily holding an office. You can become a leader without necessarily holding an office. Leadership is about influence and impact. If we all sign up for influence and impact, then we are leaders automatically. Leaders without a dignified position. This is the type of leadership Jesus taught. Servant leadership. He said, "Let him who must be master first be a servant." Leadership is simply about inspiring and impacting people. I close today saying, refuse to be comfortable with average. Develop concern for others. Touch somebody. Lift somebody. Bless somebody. And remember, we are better versions of ourselves when we better others.
Thank you for joining us this week. We invite you to join us again next week, same time. Make a perfect day.